There we go. That should be better. Hello, good morning. Check 212. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back here to a new live stream. Happy Sunday. Happy the 18th already of January. The year starting very quick, very fast. I can't say the same thing though for the prize action because where we are now, it's basically the same as the last few days. You can see that basically since the 8th of January, we have been trading at around 10, 10.5, 10.2. It's, we're back now, right? Welcome. Thanks for checking, Mr. Trans King. Well, Johnson, welcome as well. Hello, hello, hello. So, guys, the price has been very stagnant over the last few, I would say, days. Is it going to change? Potentially. Potentially. As always, on a Saturday, Daddy Trump comes with a big surprise. And to quickly give you an overview, what just happened here. And it might not be a big global event, actually. It might be smaller than some people have been, well, talking about. Some people say on Tuesday, we'll have a crazy Black Tuesday opening for the S&P. I don't think it will be that bad, honestly. But what is it all about? Well, guys, it's all about new tariffs coming in. So the tariffs, what are we talking about? Let me quickly show you the original post here. So we got here Trump imposing a 10% tariff on the following countries: France, Finland, Norway, Sweden, Denmark, Germany, the Netherlands, where I'm from, and the UK. The tariffs will increase to 25% on June 1st if a deal to acquire Greenland is not reached. And of course, this is a big news. This is potentially blowing up the NATO alliance, but overall, I don't know. I have seen Trump doing this again and again and again and again with tariffs. I think, big if of course, I think the markets won't react that much. First and foremost, because it's only a part, really, of all the countries. And it's only so far 10%. I think all these countries already have a 10% tariff, but I'm not entirely sure. But I think it's not really big news. I don't think it is big news. It could potentially cause some panics, but therefore I think that's also why Trump announced this on a Saturday, because on Saturdays the stock market isn't open. But we have to watch, of course, what the Japanese stocks are going to do. So the Japanese stock market will open up in a few hours, not too many more. It will start, of course, a bit earlier because they are in the east where the sun rises first. But yeah, I think it won't be a big deal. Let's see though. So again, the stock market, or I think there is like a holiday day, a banking day, something like that. That's why on Monday you can't actually trade any American stocks. So what did I miss? I would say mainly this, Sanja. Other than that, it's been quite boring. Germany sent 15 soldiers to Greenland, and after 4 to 5 hours, they called them back. No way. That's crazy. That's so crazy. We got two. So from the Netherlands, we got 2 soldiers, and I think they're still there. And I think now also Slovenia. I think they sent 1 or 2 guys as well to Greenland. It's going to be a cult party there. But yeah, it's the Europe against the US now again. It's the old playbook. I don't like this. I like my American friends. I love my European friends. This is very unnecessary. Please, Trump, stop doing this, because this is not helping you. This is not helping the NATO. This is not helping the economy. I don't know who's helping this. I honestly don't know. UK sent 1 troop. Okay, we got also 1 from Belgium. We appreciate that 1 guy, Bart. We appreciate that 1 guy defending all of Greenland. Thank you very much. Like, comment, and share. So I want to say one thing about this though, and I want to say one thing. Crypto.com is in bed with Donald J. Trump, and of course we like him because what he did regarding crypto. We don't like him, what he's doing with the rest of the world, really. Well, I think majority, I would say 80% of the world doesn't like what Trump is doing. And I don't know how that will affect also the brand of Cronos, the brand of crypto.com. I don't know. If I take a look at the Reddit forums, I see many negative things about the Trump association. So I don't know what will happen. So we have, of course, some big things still coming with Trump. And that's also why I'm so bullish, really, about Q1. I'm going to make a poll about this, though. I'm going to make a poll about this. I want to see what you guys think about this whole partnership with Trump. Is it good? Is it bad? Let me get some time. Is Trump partnership good for CDC CRO? Yes, no. Let me know, guys. Let me know. Poll is now open. Don't forget to vote. And if you're there, don't forget to also hit the like button and strap in, of course, because, well, you have to strap in. That's very important. Let me know, guys. What do you think? We got Raul. Trump ends up being bad for crypto. I think the overall, like, what Trump has done for crypto is overall good. Like, the overall, like, rules, regulations, good. If you take a look at the stock market as well, I would say the stock market has so far profited of the Trump administration. So Trump overall, it brought new all-time highs. I don't think it's necessarily bad for crypto, except for, of course, for the tariffs. But the crazy thing is here, right? You see, we also had this whole tariff dump. We also had it here on the stock market, but we recovered. A big V-shaped recovery. Crypto also had a V-shaped recovery, but it started dumping. So I would say the overall this thing of it. You know what was bad actually for crypto? Tariffs were bad because due to the tariffs, there was additional inflation. And due to the additional inflation, actually, this is actually the truth here. Due to the additional inflation, Jerome Powell couldn't lower fees. He couldn't lower, not the fees, he couldn't lower the interest rates. Let me know, guys, what do you think? Can you edit spelling? Oh, what did I do? I think I can't. Let me check. Partnership. I can't change it, but you guys know what to do, right? Is the Trump partnership good or bad? Bad for crypto.com or CRO. 60% so far is saying yes, it's good. It's good that we have this partnership. We got 40% saying no. So it's so far a bit 50-50-ish. But you guys are so far voting in favor of this partnership. Interesting. You have to remind, of course, that we're still talking about the President of the United States of America. So that is a pretty strong partnership, I'm not going to lie. Especially if there's actually going to be so much work going to be done in the US regarding crypto, potential capital of the world for crypto. I want to also show you the mcj.com, of course. This is why it's so important, right? This is why it's so important. Later in this quarter, ladies and gentlemen, we expect the Trump Media Group CRO strategy to go live. Q1 of 2026. So within 70 days, and I expect maybe a bit earlier, like within the next, maybe February already, we have a trading Trump Media CRO strategy group. And that's a big event for Cronos. I think it might be even bigger than what we have seen so far regarding the strategy for Bitcoin. This will be a huge entity for CRO. It will be the absolute definition of a whale for Cronos. And this will all have the name of Trump, of course, next to it. And you can see also the crypto.com logo. There's somebody from the Trump Media Truth Social team there, part of the board. We got somebody from crypto.com, part of the board. It's a big deal. It's a big deal. And I do like a few people that work at Trump Media. For example, the CEO, I think he's an absolute legend. He's actually really capable, really good. I've seen his media performances. Really good. Really, really good, guys. And I think also Truth Social, there is definitely, you know, potential for growth. I don't know what you guys think about X or Twitter, you know, but Elon Musk definitely put his own stamp on it. And maybe it's for good, maybe it's for better, or maybe it's for worse. Recently we had this whole InfoFi debate. So they banned a few projects, crypto projects, rewarding people outside of the crypto system or outside of the X system for actually posting on X. But yeah, it's Truth Social definitely isn't as big as X. Definitely not as influential. Wait, what are you guys saying? So the poll, guys, is still live. Don't forget to fill in the poll. Don't forget to hit the like button. Johnny is also saying tax season is around the corner. That's good, right? Because, quick question here, Johnny. I don't know where you live exactly. I guess the US. Just a quick guess here. Do you typically have to pay money? Or do you typically get money in return? Because, of course, it depends on... Like over here, typically in the Netherlands, you pay too much up front. So if you have a job, you typically pay a lot. And then during the tax season, you can actually get a lot of money back due to all kind of different mechanisms. For example, if you own a house here and you have a mortgage, you can actually get a bit of the interest paid on that mortgage back as part of the tax return. So I'm just curious how that works. Is it good for you? Is it bad for you? I think how it works over here, it's pretty similar to the rest of the world. But of course, I'm similar to you guys. This, by the way, this is important. We haven't... I need to make a video still about this. About the prospectus. It's a big thing, guys, and we haven't talked about it yet. But yeah, we have to... I need to make too many videos. Too little time. Too much to talk about. Cronos, you know, the only good thing is currently the CRO price, it's, you know, it's somewhat silent. But I do like what I'm seeing here still. This fractal, it's pretty much still playing out. And yes, of course, it's not perfect, guys. It isn't perfect. I know it isn't perfect. But the overall form, right, it's pretty much the same. So... I don't know. I feel like within a week of 20, so these are weekly candles here. There is potential to go back to about 20 cents, and then it is only March. It is only March. End of March, I do expect a lot of good moves to come, right? We got the Trump media we just talked about. We got the CRO ETF. Highly recommend to check out that video. I made it yesterday, released a video. Good video, talks about the potential release of the ETF, the Canary State CRO ETF. Well, not Canary, it's Canary. Somebody told me, a little bird called Pete, he told me in English, in proper English, you say it's not Canary, it's Canary. Like the canary in the coal mines. In the coal mines, guys, welcome. I'm pretty hyped though. Overall, the structure's playing out. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good overall, and I'm not really that afraid of a big tariff dump. People are saying it now, but take a look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin is trading 24/7, and if I take a look at the weekly candle for Bitcoin, it's a good weekly candle. It looks like we have broken out of the structure, ascending triangle. And it's bullish. Free English lessons. Okay, we talked about tax season. Typically, during tax season, you get something back. Okay, that's good. More money in the system. More money to retail. I like that. If CRO ever reaches $1, I'm retiring. I'm just curious. GD. Wouldn't that be boring? So I'm also hoping, of course, for CRO to go to $1, and I think it will go beyond at some point. But I want to do something with that money. I definitely want to do something more productive. I don't know. This is a dream of mine. I want to build something of my own. I've been, for example, a big gamer. Might I want to create my own game, hire a few developers, you know, start a business. Sounds really cool, but you know, it's of course all up to you. If you want to go to Dubai, get a few rental properties, live passively for the rest of your life, also sounds great. Or just go to Bali, cheap house, cheap food, you're covered for the rest of your life, right? Retiring is not boring. It's about finding positive things to do, which doesn't revolve around working for other people. I like that, though. I like that take here. Baron, if you get 1.5 million in fiat, for sure, we'll put it to work in somewhat, but I don't need my job anymore. Like that. Yeah, I get it. I get it. You got a nice bag of crow down, though, so well done. Well done. I think the nice thing about creating a business, it can potentially increase your net worth as well, and it's more fun because, like what just Peter said about working for somebody else. If you are now, guys, working in a typical job, that's great, guys, because you're setting up yourself for wealth. But at some point, you need to be daring. You need to be jumping off that board and going to the next stage. That's at least my personal take. No financial advice. I typically would recommend, for my personal situation, right, that at some point, you take the leap and you go into building for yourself, because you shouldn't be building for somebody else. You should be building for yourself. No, not for somebody else, but you should be building for yourself. Your wage is typically only a small part of what you should be actually earning. Okay, I'm also missing a lot of messages here by Teddy, and I see Swerford, welcome. So, we had the poll, guys. Is the Trump partnership, is it good or bad for Cronos and for Crypto.com? So what we have here, Swerford is saying, the partnership is good in basis, but it can be disastrous afterward if Trump will be impeached or so. I think it will really depend on... So we have seen multiple generations of Bushes being very, very important within American politics. You have had multiple generations of Clintons. The question is, to me personally, is will there be multiple generations of Trumps being important? Will the Trump family remain important? Because in about 3 more years, Trump will leave the office, and he won't go for a third period. I don't believe so. He's getting old as well, right? He's falling asleep right now. Bit of a sleepy Trump sometimes. The question is not what will Trump do, this Donald J. Trump here. What will his family do? And also, how will they, you know, will they be like their father, or will they be more business-minded? Because what I don't like about Trump, so he's a good deal maker, right? But he's... I would typically say, if you want to make deals, you should also have friends at the table, not enemies. James Colbert, welcome. Is it bigger than the Crow ETF? I definitely think, I 100% believe that this here, the Trump Media Group Crow strategy, is bigger. The potential here for buys by this company that have a positive effect on the Crow price is a lot bigger than the ETF. And why is that? Well, the ETF doesn't change the demand structure. What the ETF changes is where you can buy. And what I like about the ETF is that, for example, now you could, I guess at least, and don't exactly know how it works, but you could, for example, get Crow via the ETF in your pension fund. The same thing, though, also with the MCGA company. If you buy the MCGA stock, you could potentially get this in your 401k portfolio and passively get a more and more Crow. Because this MCGA company, it basically works like leverage Crow. They will keep buying more and more Crow. Probably will also keep, selling more stocks to acquire even more Crow, or doing something else to acquire more Crow. But this is potentially how the flywheel will work for the MCGA company. I'm happy though, guys. Q1 can be absolutely freaking massive. And I'm not overestimating here or over exaggerating here. It's scary, Imo, that they will hold on to about 20% of the supply. I think we will get an IPA in March, like Chris said in March, things will get hot. I think also the March time frame, it aligns with my fractal. It aligns with my fractal. It aligns with so many things, guys. March will be freaking hot. I think also, like what we talked about, right? So Bitcoin is breaking out here. Bitcoin is breaking out. And I do believe if we get a confirmation after this weekly candle closes, we can quickly go back. I even have a possibility. So typically it goes really quickly after this happens. So if we have a positive break, I think we can mimic the way down. It can be a bit of a U-turn, right? So let me quickly count the amount of bars here. If we mimic this here, need to, can I mirror? There we go. I think it can potentially be something like this here. It can be something like this here. And then in March, we potentially go back to the previous all-time high. If we have a typical U-turn or U formation, this is of course no guarantee. It all depends, I would say, on what happens here. If we got a good break here, and hopefully also a retest, then I think we can fly higher and retest the previous all-time high. That's the typical time frame I expect, right? That we have the U formation, basically. That will be the beginning of March. So potentially also in March, we can see attempts of breaking towards new all-time highs for the overall crypto ecosystem. If everything, of course, plays out in a positive way. I'm always trying to, remain optimistic. That is definitely no given, though. I definitely see a scenario where we have a rejection here, and let's not talk too much about that. We get there when it comes. We get there when it comes. How much time left? I believe about 3 years. Deploy the nukes? No, John. No. That's not... I've been watching the Fallout movie, and I've seen that the nukes, they don't do anything good to society. I definitely recommend, by the way, to watch the Fallout series. It's now available on Prime. That's no commercial here. I'm just, saying that here. Having said that, talking about commercials, don't forget to hit the like button. And by the way, I want to give a big shout out to Norman. I don't know if you're here, Norman, if you're watching or listening later. For anyone wondering, Norman has been donating like crazy amounts of money to the channel, and I'm so freaking thankful because I'm gonna be honest, it's hard now. I've been just to give you a bit of insight about my personal situation right now. I am looking for a job, and I'm also trying to make the videos, of course. But because I'm looking for a job, I'm writing my motivation letters still by hand because I hate it when it's written by. Previously, when I received AI written resumes or AI written motivation letters, I threw them away. I literally threw them away because they were zero effort. So I always try to write my own motivation letters by hand. I'm looking for jobs. It is actually quite time consuming, so it is what it is. The unfortunate thing though is because I don't create videos that much, income is also relatively low, so this helps me out such a bunch. So thank you very much, Norman, and all the people. I see so many members now in the chat as well. You guys absolutely rock. And the same thing also for our sponsor. We got Nova and we also got Obsidian. So thank you guys so much. Absolute heroes. You save a coin bearer in here. Ay. Enough talk. Thanks though. Thank you very much, Norman. You're a legend and a scholar. People will forget after he's already laid the groundwork for CDC, he will be gone and will still be here for the next president. People will forget after he's already laid the groundwork for CDC. But his name will still be there, don't he? Cyborg. I maybe I misunderstand your message here. Oh, two plus years. Okay, Cyborg's thinking about 2+ years. We also have the midterms, and guys, I think there's a big chance that let's actually go to Kalshi or Polymarket, because I think you can already bet now if we're gonna have a winner for the Polymarket. What will happen? What will happen? Polymarket. The Polymarket, guys, is basically a betting platform. Will Trump acquire Greenland before 2027? About 20% chance now. Okay, let me check if I can find who will win the... Where is it? Midterms. Okay, so far about 80% chance we will have a Democratic Party win for the House. So 80% chance now for the Democrats, about 23 for the Republicans. That doesn't add up. That's 101%. So I think it might be like 7-7 or yeah. It's a clear window, it seems, for the Democrats so far. That does mean that we get into a bit of gridlock. Gridlock means Trump will have less power, and also a lot of decisions will not be made anymore, or they can't be executed anymore. That's actually typically good for the stock market, because the stock market likes no changes. The stock market likes to know how it is, how it works, what's going to happen. So this will be good for the stock market, and I also think it might be good for crypto. Not entirely sure though, of course, but let's see. The current Clarity Act is also still being voted on, or needs to be voted on in the future. I think it's also a bit of a bipartisan bill, so I think that this doesn't matter necessarily. I'm not sure whether there will be a next run for alts. That would be a perfect moment for them to drop the news. I still believe there will be a moment. If I take a look here at the... I think this is important. So here we have Bitcoin dominance. And let me try to explain, Gigi. So here we got the Bitcoin dominance chart. And I do believe, like we've talked about many times here on the channel, and if you haven't seen it, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe, please, because it's important to know more about Bitcoin dominance. So all these purple seasons, or purple boxes, those are altcoin seasons. And I do believe there is still this move coming to the downside, meaning that Bitcoin will get outperformed by altcoins. That's my forte, guys. Recently, it's been quite boring. I expected a breakdown due to this ascending wedge. So the expected target is to the downside, and that's still happening. Yes, we have had basically no moves, but what you can see, and I like to see this, is that we are creating a higher low, a higher low, a higher low. Probably I do expect an eventual breakdown. Bitcoin doesn't have the power anymore. After here, the 3rd of November, things definitely changed for the better here for altcoins. And I think we will see that eventual alt season still come. It makes sense. And why does it make sense? Well, take a look. I would say think about it as an alpha and a beta play. We first have Bitcoin. Bitcoin makes a big run. And then we have altcoins to make a run. And why do I say that? Well, take a look here at silver. Oh, gold. Gold is the alpha play. But watch what silver did. Let me give me a second. So this is Gold, silver. I need actually to bring them on top of each other. That would be the best. Gold. Do you see what happened here? Do you see what happened here? Gold moves up to a new all-time high. Gold's been performing really, really good. Plus 57% in this period here, in this year, basically. But silver's over here. So this is gold, gold, silver. This beta play here, it won. It definitely won. Recently, we have seen the biggest moves. You can see these are daily candles. So it's been tracking pretty much. Gold's actually been outperforming. You can see that in the earlier parts here, especially during the tariff dumps, gold was the winner. But then silver took over. It's silver season, guys. It is all season now for precious metals, basically. And I believe something similar will come for altcoins. You see, typically they have a pretty similar track record overall. Sometimes they deviate a bit, but overall they fit quite nicely. Check. Gold silver rush. Coin Baron, your ID for $1. Romeo, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the $7. Thank you so much, sir. Welcome. Good to have you back. So many cool people today in the chat. Thank you so much for being a role. Supporting Coin Baron, keep up with the great content. Thank you so much, sir. €6. I prefer, guys. These days I prefer the euro above the dollar. Do you see, by the way? Do you see why? This is euro dollar. And you can see here that the euro is breaking out of the dollar. This is a 10-year structure. Not 10-year, a 30-year structure breaking out here. I don't know where the dollar will go. I think the dollar might go down because it is better for the US. And why is a low dollar better for the US? For exports. Trump wants to achieve something. They want to have manufacturing back into the country because manufacturing is strategically good. It is good to have manufacturing power in your country. How can you achieve that? Potentially by lowering the dollar against other currencies. That's, of course, maybe Europe is also going to print more. There is no absolute here. But I think there is a plan there. Financial freedom, good to have you, sir. Is that Sleepy Joe Biden here? Thank you so much. Financial freedom, welcome. It will take a lot more than a weak dollar to bring manufacturing. True, but it is maybe a first step, potentially. I'm moving to Mexico. Ay caramba. I love it, man. Okay, this might sound... No, this is okay. I love Mexican food. I literally today made myself some nachos. I love Mexico. I've been there once in my life. That's for me the other side of the world. So it's I'm not against it. Mexican people, by the way, are also like, I'm not talking about the drug lords, but the general Mexican, so kind. So freaking kind. What's up, guys? Don't forget to hit the like button. Let me know, by the way, in the poll, what's happening there. The poll. So far, we've got 54 votes with the question, is the Trump partnership good for Crypto.com and CRO? Is the Trump partnership good for Crypto.com and CRO? 72% is still in favor of this partnership. even though all the controversies, we still believe that the overall deals, or for example, the Trump Media Company, or for example, True Social, is better than not having it. I think I'm also still in the camp. I'm still in the camp, even though Trump is trying to have more tariffs on my country. But I still also think it's mainly good. Mainly good. GG always has to pay during tax season. Ouch, ouch, ouch. If CRO goes to $1, that's my down payment on a house. What are you looking for? Are you going to... Do you want... So, I'm curious. I don't know if you're still here, Cyborg, but what would your dream house be? Would it be the urban jungle of New York, for example? High rise, Dubai? Would it be next to a lake, near a forest? Maybe more of a farm? What would be your ideal house? I'm just curious. Maybe just simple suburbs? Nothing wrong with a good suburban area, honestly. I love it. You have all the amenities and also a bit of space. Ay. In crypto, there is no pension. No, true. But you can... What you can do, Daddy, is you can actually get companies like MCGA, like Strategy. You can buy shares of these and put these into your pension fund. And this is a company, but this company has a lot of crypto. So basically you have indirect crypto in your pension fund. Chris has such a handsome face. How couldn't I dump my savings into his pockets? Chris is actually surprisingly tall. I'm not going to make statements about if he's handsome. I do hope. You always got these questions, right? About, if you had the opportunity, where would you like to eat dinner or spend the day? I would love to have a casual conversation with Chris. Like, no strings attached, no recordings, just, one-to-one. What the hell are we doing, sir? What's the plan? What's the vision? How do you see life? Where do you ski? I love skiing. It's beautiful. It's the mountains, guys. I'm just, in general, very curious about his take on the world. Because I think to me, and to many, Chris is a mystery. I feel like the Trump family is stacking their pockets and will go under radar as soon as Daddy has done his service. That could be the case. I think though the Trump brand, it's too good for them to leave behind. Because as long as the name is there, it will be making them money. Technically, Trump can't go for 3 terms as written in the Constitution. Presidents can't hold office more than 2 times. I've heard about a loophole, Mr. Pete. I've heard about a loophole. I don't know if it's true. But apparently, let's say JD Vance, he goes for president, but with Vice President Trump. And then, if JD wins the election, he moves away. I don't know if he can do that. I think you can. And I think you can decide to, quit as a president. I think in that case, in theory, Trump could get a 3rd term. That would actually be a really bad loophole, wouldn't it? I do know though, this is exactly what Putin did. I don't know if you guys knew that, but Putin, of course, always wins elections, always. But there was a period where he wasn't the actual president of the Russian Republic, or the Russian... Yeah, I think it's the Russian Republic. Russian People Republic? I don't know. There has been a time where he wasn't the actual president, but he still was pulling all the strings. Does the rainbow chart still hold? No, unfortunately not, Swerfer. It's actually quite interesting, but the rainbow chart, it's somewhat broke. It's somewhat broke here recently. And we haven't been able to get back into it, but it's still so close. I would deem it very much like what we have had here. I still think that the rainbow chart is valid for price target, etc. The CRO weekly chart is ripe. I've been stacking CRO for years. I'm heavy into airdrop allocations. Let that CRO fly in a year or two. I think, like personal take, I think sooner rather than later. Can you finish concrete? I'm always hiring. I don't think you live in the Netherlands, right? Oh yeah, you're not moving to Mexico, John, or Acts. Mexico's beautiful, sir. Go there for a week, maybe 2, 3. You might not want to come back. Good weather as well. Zabaka are my conviction coins together with CRO. Hey Teddy, I don't think he's good. It would be good to have Trump 3 times. We will have World War III with him. It would be like, you know, I think if we have World War III with Trump, it will be more like playing Monopoly. We have 10 states of heads, and they all will, you know, try to game the board. And a few will be sent to prison. Or, well, they will get taken like Maduro. I love a game of Monopoly, though. Presumably, the percentages are rounded up. I believe so, too, as well, Pete. Hey, Karma, welcome. Good to see you, sir. Welcome, welcome. Guys, overall price action is boring. It is very boring, but it's all part of the setup. As I mentioned earlier, I believe we have hit the low. Time-wise, it makes sense. Fundamentally, it makes sense. We've had the pain. We probably will create a small green candle this week. Very small green candle, but that's sufficient. That's more than sufficient. It is boring. Well, welcome. What do you do, boring? What do you do, Will, during the boring periods? Do you play games? Do you watch TV? I play baseball, so I'm a suburban guy just outside of San Francisco with a sunset view. Sounds so good, man. Just San Francisco. That's California, right? It sounds like California. I would love California climate. We just had a lot of snow here, but now the snow has gone. Now it's just cold. Zerk, good to see you, sir. Good to see you. Final Fantasy. It's a game I never really got into myself. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the 4-year cycle chart. I don't believe in the 4-year cycle anymore, but I'm always curious still how it looks like with other cycles. So if the 4-year cycle is playing out as expected, as a typical 4-year cycle, we currently have a 3rd green month. Same thing as here. So far, ladies and gentlemen, it is still following also a typical 4-year cycle. We have big red candles down, but then also a 3rd green month. I think that also happened here. No, actually, it was a bit different. It was a bit different here. It was actually, it's the same. 3 candles and then the 3rd was somewhat positive. I think, though, we have broken out of the 4-year cycle theory, but it's still interesting to get multiple views. I don't think in absolutes. I typically think in probabilities. But my probabilities are still much, much, much in favor of higher highs, all seasons. Green pastures for CRO. 78 degrees in Los Angeles right now. That's winter. 78 degrees. I don't talk Fahrenheit. Why do you guys use a different metric system? Or not metrics even. I wish you guys use metric systems. It's always hard to compare. I think 78 sounds quite hot. I haven't been gaming in ages. Currently, I'm busy looking for music videos from the 80s and 90s. Okay, nice. That's MTV's. We have I think we have a special TV, you know, specific channel, TV channel, MTV 80s, 90s. (25°C). That's hot, man. Is that winter? That's not winter. That's summer. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. That's not good. Did you see the Greenland drama? We talked about it in the beginning. One sec, ladies and gentlemen. Why does it keep happening to me, this? Yeah, so the Greenland stuff, it's scary. But I think it won't be that big, to be honest. Mr. Will. We talked about it over here. You can see all the country. It is only a small subset, really, of the whole EU. And I don't know, we've seen the tariff playbook many times so far. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. Okay, let me oh fuck. That's not good. Guys, Greenland, I'm getting green now. Jeez. But yeah, this is pretty scary. Well, I wouldn't say it's going to, you know, I don't think it will cause a big dump. I think it's overblown. The EU could organize a piss up in the brewery. I haven't heard about that, you know, about the that thing here ever. A piss up in the brewery. That sounds cool. Trump put a tariff on Coinbare's webcam. Nukes. You can tariff that one. I love Mexico. The only ice you find is in the drinks. Ouch. True that, GG. So if anyone wondering, the tariffs, it's also quite bad also for the US themselves, because the Netherlands is the only country that can create the most advanced chip machines available ever. Like, nobody can produce what the Netherlands can. Same thing for France. You know, the only champagne is made in France. Norway, massive amounts of oil. I think they got enough oil though anyway. Sweden, Spotify. Anyone using Spotify? 10%. Denmark, Danish Delights. Germany, Volkswagen, Porsche, yeah. United Kingdom, I don't know. What do you guys make? Can somebody from the UK tell me, please, what do you guys make that's so good the world can't do without? Don't say fish and chips, please. Jaguar, Land Rover. That's actually quite good. The United Kingdom, it makes the Rolls Royce. And yes, the Rolls Royce, you know, from the big cars, right? But Rolls Royce also makes jet engines. So anyone trying to buy a Rolls Royce, well, that will be more expensive. Depends largely how his presidency will pan out. I'm guessing it will be good for CRO. Develop things, guys, that, if you take a look at the poll, Trump will be good for the for the overall ProCrypto.com brand. I understand the suggestion. We need to promote the camp fund again. That's so kind of you, Bjorn. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. €7.77. The lucky sevens, guys. The UK produces steel for US submarines. I guess that might be quite high-tech steel then in that case. I'm sure that someone who can afford rules doesn't care about a 10% increase. Yes and no. Like in absolute value, like it's a lot. I don't know what a car costs actually. What will a car cost here like this? Like 400,000. It will cost you 40,000 more. And if no deal is agreed upon, it might cost you $100,000 more. You underestimate, Gigi. I think you kind of underestimate how many people want to flex but don't have the actual money that they can, you know, throw it around like that. Ranjka Koblasha is from Slovenia, and it's the wine. It's the wine. Oh yeah, Slovenia is also sending people to. It's also sending people to Greenland. Interesting. But so far, I believe Slovenia hasn't been. No, it's not on the list yet. Have you ever watched a documentary about jet engines? Very interesting. The engineering almost seems impossible. You're making me curious now, Will. You're making me very curious. I recently watched something actually about, you know, the old way, the propellers, and how they were relatively slow, and now with jet engines it's so quick. It's crazy. Trump won't let his own company investment fail, make Cronos great again. That's true. Like, if you take a look at Trump, in general, his companies, they don't go under. Too small for the list. I think you recently, I believe that after this news, Slovenia sent some people to Greenland, so maybe you will get added to the list. Also, I find it funny, so Belgium is also not on this list. Belgium also sent 2 soldiers, I believe, to... Or a few more soldiers even to Greenland. The starting price of a Phantom 8 is $800,000. Jeez, that buys you a lot of crow. And also, nobody's buying a stock rules. No, of course, you need to... If you buy this, you need to get the additional starlight. You know, also interesting, you can buy your own custom color car. So typically, if you buy a car, you have to choose out of a specific amount of colors. But you can do whatever you want with Rolls-Royce. Yeah, like you're right. It starts at 800,000 and probably it goes up to, I don't know, 1.5. But hey, you will get a specific Rolls-Royce rain thing. Umbrella. That's included. What's happening with the price? Overall, guys, nothing. Not again. It's a bit boring, but it's all in accordance here with the fractal as well. We're going up, but not too much. Bitcoin also, it's stuck. It's stuck now. We broke out, and I still have a target here at about 106, but it takes some time. Every day that we close above this level, though. This guys, this is so bullish to me. This is, guys, what makes me super bullish. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 complete days so far that we didn't close. Oh wait, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days so far that we closed above this level. Typically, I would say that's enough to warrant that this isn't a fake out, but of course I we always have to talk about probabilities. I think it's like 80% or 90% chance that we don't go back down here. But yeah, there's always a slim chance that we do break down back into the circle here. And then the question is what happens next. But I think the most likely outcome is something like this. And it can be already like tomorrow or Tuesday. Like maybe everybody's afraid, right? Everybody's afraid that on Tuesday the stock market opens up and it's really bad. And I think it might start bad, right? It might start bad and then everybody's like, yeah, but it's economy's still doing great, and you know, companies are still doing fine. I truly believe that, you know, initially it might dump a bit lower, but then it can fly on Tuesday specifically. The most expensive ever sold was a Rolls-Royce La Race Noire. Staggering $30 million. Ooh. That's much. We have the best Atlees in the world. We've got Crunchka Kiełbasa, the best-selling sausage in the world as well. The best-selling sausage. I have to look that up, like right now. What makes it so good? Crunchka Kiełbasa. Okay, I have to look it up later. I'm only getting woman. What do you think? I think it's mainly good. I think it's still mainly good, because what we talked about, the potential with Truth Social, the potential with this ETF aligned with the president of the United States of America. I would say he's in power, right? He's the most powerful person in the world still, as it stands right now, on the 18th of January. I would say it's mainly good. And if I bring up, let me quickly bring up. Oh. Yeah, you guys agree. 74% says yes, it's good. And 26% says no, it's bad. It's bad for CRO. Let's end it like that, guys, because I believe we got 70 votes. 3 out of 4 people here is mainly positive about the Trump partnership, which is interesting. So, having said that, I still need to talk more about this. This, guys, is coming up in Q1. That's also why this is the title of this video. Q1, we'll see this company go live. That's the expectation. Same expectation also for the ETF. If you haven't seen the video, I released a video on Saturday, yesterday. So check out the video about the ETF. It is a must-see in my opinion, because it talks about, for example, the Granted Trust. So check it out. It's about 10 minutes. If you have some time, check it out. Maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow, or whatever. Probably on Tuesday, or maybe tomorrow. I want to talk a bit more about this here, because we also have to talk about a few things that we haven't talked about yet in more detail. And this, guys, is important because this can be the biggest catalyst, truly, for more demand for the CRO token, therefore higher prices. Cyborg's saying the US stock market is doing great, but economy is going down. How so? How so, Cyborg? Like, what I see is that overall there is still good employment. I think the only thing is that people have less buying power. That might be feeling bad. Like the thing is, everything is getting more expensive, and the people that, for example, still want to buy a house, well, getting harder and harder. But the people that already have a house, well, the personal house, that's appreciating much in value. Credit card debts, I've heard that credit card debts are going up as well. That's bad. Guys, it is now though 10 o'clock. I'm so sorry for the initial mic off moment. I screwed up that one. I quickly want to see the last few minutes also of the Africa Cup. So Don't know if you guys know, but currently they're playing football. It's I don't want any spoilers though. Africa Cup, it's Morocco versus something else. I love football, so I need to check. I will be back though, guys. I hope tomorrow or maybe the day after with some more news regarding Pro. And if anything happens in the meantime, I will try to also bring it up to you guys as quick as possible. So don't forget to strap in, hit the like button, and we'll talk a lot more in you know, in a few more days. On Thursday, same time, same stream, and also Sunday again, same time, same stream. Guys, thank you so much. Again, thank you so much also to all the donators. I saw Björn, and I also saw Romero. Thank you guys so much, and also all the members. I see Will, I see so many cool people. Pete, Carlos, Acts. I'm probably forgetting a few. Zerk as well. GG. Guys, thank you so much. Zerk as well, thank you. Don't forget to hit the like on the way out, and enjoy Shrek as well. Bye guys, bye. Thank you so much.